Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope so that you are fine. I am your host, Mr. Mohammed Ehsanul Haq. As you know that we are in monthly research methodology course, and our today's lecture is about the introduction to research paper. In this lecture, we will learn about the research paper and different parts of research paper and the purpose of different research papers. So first of all, we will have to know about the definition of research paper, that what's a research paper. So according to definition, it's a piece of writing or it's a piece of essay or a piece of writing or in which you will explain all the things you explored in your topic. You will give the reason of your research. You will write in details about the findings of your research problem, and all the things. So, if you look at a research paper, it looks like this as it's shown your screen. So, first of all, here is the name of journal in which you have published your research paper. Here is the date, October 2016, volume 6, number 3, when your research paper was published, the year name, and here is the in this yellow box, it is clearly mentioned about the title of your research paper. So, if you search any research paper on Google Scholar or on internet, it will look like this. So, first of all, there will be the title of research paper. After the title, there will be the list of authors. In this box, here is given the list of authors. Just like as Sayyid Asadullah Arsalan and all the other scientists or the writers and the persons who have collaborated or participated in this research are mentioned here. Here you can see that here is given some numbering on different names. So here Sayyid Asadullah Arslan number 1, Muhammad Riza Hadian 1 and 2. Here again number 1, number 2, number Seher Ijaz number 3. What's the purpose of this numbering? This numbering will show the affiliation of these authors. So here number 1 is the Department of Physiotherapy, School of Rehabilitation, International Campus, Tehran University of Medical Sciences, Tehran, Iran. So here is given the affiliation of those people. So here Muhammad Riza Hadian belongs to these two affiliations, Department of Physiotherapy to this institute, and Brain and Spinal Injury Repair Research Center, Tehran University 2. So here is the given the affiliation of these writers or these researchers. So after that, here is the citation or DOI number of your research paper, the reference of this research paper. So after the article info, as it was received on 1st May 2016 and it was accepted on 30 July 2016. And some journals also mention the publishing date too. So after that, here is the abstract of your research paper. Okay, abstract. So here we will learn about the different parts of the abstract. So first of all, the first part of the abstract is given the purpose of your research. What was the purpose of your research or your research problem? After that, in it you will explain your in a line or in a two lines, you will write about the your research problem and a bit about the background of this research. After that, you will explain your method, that how will you conduct this research, what will the method. Here you will explain that the results, what were the results of your study, what were the findings of your study, and at the end you will write about the conclusion of your study, that what were the conclusions of your study. Like in this yellow box, conclusions are clearly written. So these were the parts of abstract: the purpose, method, results, and conclusions. So here you can see that the keywords, we give the keywords in research paper. These are the words which are searched when someone will search your research paper or search some data about this topic. So after that, in the next portion, here is the introduction. Here is the introduction to your study. In the introduction you will cover all the things about which you have conducted this research. Okay, I will explain all the things in this introduction. Okay, here you can see that the different numbers are given. Suppose that number 1, here number 1, number 2, number 3, these are basically citations and references, that from where this data was taken. Okay, so that these lines were taken from number 3 reference. So where is number 3 reference? Go to the end of this research paper. At the end of research paper, here you will find the references. Here is the given those number. So number 3 reference is this. You can search it on Google Scholar and you can find this article. That data was taken from this article. Okay, so we will discuss it in details when we will discuss about the citation and reference management and the plagiarism. Then we will discuss about all these things. So here is the some background and introduction of this. And in the introduction we will discuss about the background of the study too, that what was conducted in this study in the previous era. So the second thing is here the materials and methods. It's also named as material and methodology. In this, I will discuss about all my sample size and all my procedures and all the my methodology and all the things that I use, all the resources, all the chemicals that I used in my research. So these will be written in this portion. I will clearly explain that how I collected data, how what was my study design, what was my experiment style, and how I applied my statistics on my research and all these things. All right. So after this, here are the results. In the portion of result, I will write the findings of my study. Okay, so in some journals they take it as results and discussion, but in this journal results are given separately and the discussion is given separately. So result and discussion might be a same part sometimes. So here is the results. So in the results all the findings will be given. Suppose that here he say that you can find these things in the table 1. Where is table 1? Here is the table 1. So all the things are given here in the table 1 that he mentioned above. All right. So different table, different graphs and different things are mentioned in the results. All right. So here are some different points about the results. So in the results we also tell about the statistical results and all the other percentages and findings of our study. So after that, in this portion we will discuss it with the previous literature, that what were the findings of other people, what was the need of this research, what was done by others and what I have done, what is the comparison of my study with the study of other scientists. All right, so in this portion I will discuss about the about the comparison of my study with the comparison or with the study of other scientists that have conducted the studies about this topic earlier. So after this, here are all the tables of my results. So these are all the tables and there might be some graphs too. So after that there will be conclusion portion too. So I think so in this article conclusions are not given. It might be according to the format of the journal. So here will be the acknowledgement. I will acknowledge all the people, all the persons, all the institutions who helped me during my research, and at the end of there will be conflict of interest. Here it is mentioned that the author declared no conflict of interest. A conflict of interest is the very interesting terminology in this. We can say that if someone show the conflict of interest, that I am also a participant of this study, but they have not acknowledged me. So it will be a there will be a dispute in this on this issue. So in the research or in the science it will be named as the conflict of interest if you don't give the right to a person. So at the end there are different references. All the data was that was taken from the previous literature is written with these references. So here are the references of this article. Just like you will write the references in your introduction portion. Here you have written in the introduction portion, in the literature review, in the methodology. Results are your own. You will write the result on your own because these are your findings, and you can give the references in the discussion portion. So it was all about a research paper, and these were some types of research, some parts of a research paper. In the next lectures we will discuss about the different types of research paper, that how can we search a research paper, how can we download it, how can we read it, and all the things. So hope so it was helpful for you, and don't forget to subscribe CSA Pakistan. Take care, and Allah Hafiz.